Hey everybody! These Monday morning shows, I like to pick out a few plays from a few players from the Sunday previous, where you might not have gotten to see a lot of their action with your own eyeballs, and maybe we'll try and figure out if we should be thinking of them in a different way for our fantasy teams. Obviously, I can't talk about everyone in like 10 minutes, so if you're looking for a fantasy podcast to listen to, I have one 5 days a week. I will talk about every game because I break down film on all of them on the show. Find out about it at HarrisFootball.com. Okay, for this morning, let's start with Josh Jacobs having himself a day. This play features a great block from left tackle Colton Miller out in front of him, but I think you can see what we liked about Jacobs as a prospect. Good burst to surprise the first tackler, spin move in the open field to make another man miss, and then Khalil Mack jumps on Jacobs' back, and Jacobs kind of still carries him a little bit. He's strong. Actually, he hurt his elbow on this play and was in and out for a while in the first half. But late in the game, coming off their own goal line, this is a productive run. It reminds me a lot of what Aaron Jones looked like against the Cowboys in his big day. That is a great job by the Oakland O-line to give Jacobs space. But what I want to highlight is vision. If we freeze it, you see Jacobs has two ways he can go, left or right. But to his left, in the flash of an eye, he sees number 94, Leonard Floyd, so he decisively cuts right, accelerates through the hole, low to the ground, almost carries Eddie Jackson along with him. Most incredible with this 143 scrimmage yard, 2-touchdown performance was this is the Bears, and the Raiders' O-line just mashed them. Now, Akeem Hicks had a gruesome elbow injury early in that game, made the matchup easier to run on them. But after Oakland's Week 6 bye, wow, this kid looks like a no-brainer RB2 going forward. We'll be back in a second with more fun stuff from Week 5. Audible has the world's largest selection of audio entertainment, including Audible originals and audiobooks, like, for example, my novels. And I'm here to tell you, if you get one of my books on Audible, you will become a person of the book. You will be admitted into our private Facebook group, and you will be eligible to come ask me questions via very private, very exclusive live stream on Facebook every Sunday before kickoff. And you can get this for free. Start listening right now with a 30-day Audible trial. Choose one audiobook, like, for example, one of my novels, plus 2 Audible originals, absolutely free. Just click the link or go to audible.com/HarrisTube or text HarrisTube to 500-500, and you will get that 30-day trial. It's fun. Go listen. Be a person of the book. Join the club. Okay, let's talk about DJ Chark. This play on Jacksonville's first drive, Chark is in the right slot, and what does Gardner Minshew see? He sees a single safety in back and straight man on his 2 wideouts. As we roll it, you won't get a great angle on this, but the deep safety runs the other way, and Chark, he runs. That's 6'3", 4.34 DJ Chark against 6 foot 4.43 Ross Cockrell. And the magic, of course, is that Minshew has enough time, has good blocking, and can throw this. His O-line holds up. But running-wise, yeah, size-wise, not a fair matchup. And Chark, in the league right now, is creating a lot of unfair matchups. Later in the game, same matchup. Chark on Cockrell, one-on-one. We're learning that it takes a special corner to handle the big, fast DJ Chark, who's gaining polish and kind of takes Cockrell for a horsey ride there a little bit at the end. This one's similar type arrangement. Now, we can't see the single safety high, but he's there. Chark is now wide right with a very good corner, James Bradbury, on him. And this is the Panthers selling out to stack the line, like you should do against a young quarterback. Look at those Panthers in the box, 8 of them. Once again, if the offensive line can hold up, if Minshew is willing and able to take the deep shot, it's going to work. And wow, that is a great catch. That's actually initially called incomplete, but if we look at the replays, it was challenged. Look at the body control. This is AJ Green stuff. This is veteran receiving work. It gets harder and harder for me not to start considering DJ Chark a true star in the making. I frankly think this could have been changed to a touchdown. It was changed to first and goal at the 1. Oh, but don't you worry. Chark did have a second score lined up tight on the left side. It's a good read. It's not a great throw. Look again at the ball skills. This kid is adding up catch after catch. I'm thinking of all the way back to week 1, that Nick Foles touchdown against the Chiefs. I don't love the Jags offense. I don't love that sometimes they can have some lack of aggression when they don't fall way behind in a game as they did on Sunday. I'm really starting to think Chark is the real deal. Courtland Sutton is making noises like he wants to be the real deal, climb into consideration. This early play against the Chargers was in a big spot. It's 3rd and 8, deep in his own territory. Let's rewind it back to the replay. We'll see that, okay, Sutton's number 14 there in the slot right, and I wouldn't call that fake out route that he turns to the inside. It's not an illustration of like amazing quickness, right? No, it's a little ponderous, but considering he's 6'4", it's not too shabby. And here's the big one. So Sutton is slot left. And what's important in this play really isn't the route. It's fine. It's a good read, and it's a good throw from Joe Flacco. What's important is what happens after the catch. This is what happens, right? You have a big body and tons of strength, and Sutton isn't as fast as Chark. He's not what you would call a burner, but he's not slow. And, to know that this is in the bag, right? This is a possibility. Your week is made with one play. And that's really all Sutton did this week. Of course, last week, he had 2 red zone touchdowns, including what should have been the game winner where Denver couldn't hold the lead. I'm interested in Sutton, the huge body, the crazy wingspan. If I wanted to point to who has actual wide receiver 1 upside in his career, or maybe even for fantasy this year, I think it's Chark because of the ball skills and the speed and the body control. Both are pretty exciting. Finally, I wanted to touch base on the question of Melvin Gordon's return and what it did to the Chargers' offense. And on paper, you're going to read the box score, and Austin Eckler seems, no problem, I'm untroubled. After all, 15 catches, cool. But this montage is part of garbage time, with LA losing by 10 and Denver letting this happen. Up until the game's final 5 minutes, the snap count between Eckler and Melvin Gordon was the same. Gordon actually touched the ball on 4 of the game's first 5 snaps. Now, I'm not trying to paint this as a triumphant return for Gordon. This was his longest play from scrimmage. But until the last 5 minutes, the scrimmage yards were 50 for Eckler, 38 for Gordon, and the snaps were equal. And on this play, a 4th and 1 on the final play of the first half, through really no fault of his own, Eckler gets the pop pass on a trick play and can't get around the edge. Kind of is his fault that he fumbles into the end zone. Suffice it to say, it was not a good day for either Chargers running back or the Chargers in general. And while I do remain skeptical that we're going to get the full Melvin Gordon experience this year, and I don't feel too bad about listing him as a sell last week, I don't think we point to this one and say that this game resolved much of the dynamic between Gordon and Eckler. Okay, there were a few of the more interesting names and situations that maybe you need to know about coming out of Week 5. What do you think the biggest fantasy perception changes are as of this weekend? Hit us up down in the comments, let us know. And of course, come over to HarrisFootball.com. I have a podcast. I will talk about every single game at length. It's a pretty fun show. I hope you'll listen. Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button. Write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.